My name's Neha Manyar and I am currently at Ashoka University pursuing degree in economics and political science.
I am Ronit Singh. I was two-time Ashoka badminton team captain.
Hi, I'm Gargi. I'm a third-year PhD student in the Department of Chemistry.
Hello, I'm Anurag Moide. I'm a second-year computer science and entrepreneurship major at Ashoka University. I always wanted my college to give me that liberty of choosing or exploring other fields that it offers. So, Ashoka for me fit very well in that picture.
Me personally, I like breaking stereotypes. And after coming to Ashoka, I started thinking more on inclusive base, not only with people with disability, but also with people from different communities as well.
One is the holistic and the interdisciplinary approach, which Ashoka suggests in terms of research, which is a very, very new thing as compared to the other universities, I must say so.
Before coming to Ashoka, I never played badminton, but when I came here culture is, especially sports culture is very inclusive.
A lot of the time, the academic life can be very intense. And I think college in general is just such a time of uncertainty for everyone. What makes Ashoka so special for me is that it never strayed away from this uncertainty. It kind of like forced you to deal with it on your own.
I'm Aniha Brar. I'm the Dean of the Young India Fellowship and Vice Chancellor's Office. And I've been with Ashoka full-time almost 9 years, but been associated with the Ashoka project for almost 13 and a half years now. My earliest memory of Project Ashoka was in 2009, where technically I wasn't even on this project. And suddenly there's all this talk of the Young India Fellowship program and how we should launch it before even a large university gets started. Honestly, if you would ask me then, I wouldn't have believed that this is where we would be sitting on this huge big campus.
The model that Ashoka has picked is to build a collective endeavor, a collective philanthropic effort, wherein we are talking to people across the world to say, we want to build a university in India, homegrown in India, and put it on the world map. I think that's the audacity of our mission.
I would really say that what really stands out to me about the students is that they are so intellectually curious. They want to know, they want to explore. And the program allows them to do that, so that's fantastic.
The one word that I have in mind to describe Ashoka is audacity.
Transformative, visionary.
I'm Chakshu and I'm part of the founding undergrad batch of Ashoka University. The entire concept of liberal arts to explore different subjects was something that really intrigued me and interested me. Secondly was the humility and commitment of the people who were part of building Ashoka at that time.
I was incredibly curious at how such a daring experiment could be crafted and whether it would come to fruition. And it's been such a privilege to have a front row seat looking at Ashoka, because it really is a manifestation of a dream of so many, whether it's founders, whether it's educators in India, whether it is us as students.
All the decisions that I take in life, almost all of them are influenced by what I learned at Ashoka. My career decision especially, to move out of the corporate sector and to join Lotus Petal Foundation to build India's biggest philanthropic school, is thanks to the transformative power of education that I witnessed at Ashoka.
Universities become sustainable when people start giving back. And you need to create that first precedence. So that was kind of the opportunity that I saw, that let's do this. This will create many more student founders as the university grows, and they will take pride in giving back to the university.
When we first heard about the Ashoka plan, it was a bold attempt to make sure that quality education, liberal arts and humanities and pure sciences would be available for Indians here. And that's a very seductive dream.
Inclusion for society and every member of society is also very important to both of us. And this was a platform that was being created where students would get admission on the basis of merit.
I think that the Indian academia already excels in technical training. What we miss is a more holistic kind of an education, and that's where humanities play a great role.
When we saw that, I think it just confirmed the aspirations of the people behind it, and how this university that I thought was one of a kind. I had not seen anything like this before in India. I think homegrown excellence at par with probably some of the best universities in the world.
It's great to see the talent we have and to see them getting molded. So it's also fascinating sometimes to see the youngsters at different stages of their progress. So that's very satisfying for me. I hope they're getting some value and I interact with them. And then when you run into Ashoka alums at various places you go and you see them doing so well, the heart really swells with pride. So then you really feel that, yeah, we're doing something right. So the one word to describe Ashoka has to be amazing.
I think the tipping point came when I realized that I could be part of building a major and probably one of the most important institutions in independent India in the field of higher education. And you could say that I thought that would be, however minor a way I contributed to the making of that university, that would be my legacy to India. There's nothing else in my life I am more proud of than being part of this project of building Ashoka University.
In these 10 years, what we've become is the best university in liberal arts, and that's what we've achieved in 10 years. And going forward, what we're looking forward to expanding from 25 acres to 100 acres. And apart from liberal arts, we are building a full sciences university.
I think not many people know that the history department first offered an elective on Sanskrit, and it was introduced because we had a student who wanted to study Sanskrit, and he was of course later joined by others, including a student from computer sciences. We then decided that this is really a good idea and organized a teacher, and of course today you have a really distinguished department of Sanskrit at Ashoka University.
By the time they come to economics, which are the classes that I teach, they already have a range of inputs and their brains are ticking in many different directions. As a result of which they are, they're interactive, they ask questions that might be a little bit removed from the strict disciplinary core, but I think they add a lot of excitement and they make classroom interaction special. Ashoka classrooms, I have to also add, much more diverse than what outsiders believe because of the financial aid system, and so it's actually a pleasure to teach a cross-section of students.
Providing information at scale cannot be the purpose of education. Questioning things, asking good research questions is what remains and distinguishes a future Ashokan from people who will continue to focus on the information.
One word to describe Ashoka: awesome.
Path-breaking.
Liberal.
By emphasizing critical discourse and original thinking in this space of pedagogy at Ashoka, we are building the next generation of leaders of India who will have the right skills to go and build the spaces around themselves that are required to take India forward. It is a very exciting thing to make this happen on the ground, just because it is unique.
So when we look at a partnership between two institutions, irrespective of their size or their age, what does it really start with? It starts with actually the DNA of both the institutions really matching, the values, the culture, the ethos matching. And for us, Ashoka hit the bullseye.
मैं एज ए पेरेंट यही कहना चाहूँगा कि यहाँ से निकल के जाए तो अशोका में जो कुछ सिखाया गया है उसको वहाँ पे अपनी लाइफ में फॉलो करें उसको।
Our students have been our best brand ambassadors. So it's been an incredible track record, and our alums are really flying the flag high of Ashoka. I think in the history of setting up new institutions, there couldn't have been another institution that would have had such a track record of its alums going to top institutions and top companies and organizations from day one and in such a short period of time.
When you have collective philanthropy and there's a group of people, now Ashoka has 200 founders approximately, what happens is that no one person can unilaterally decide on most things. What does this do? It structurally creates independence for the university and the faculty and academics, and that is really important for Ashoka, I think. We know that a country of 1.4 billion people will need 100 Ashokas. We also know we won't run more than one of those. But we will open ourselves to enabling others to do similar things.
We believe that in the next 25 years, Ashoka will produce leaders in many spheres who can take the country forward. We believe that research out of Ashoka can really make a dent in the sciences and other disciplines to push the frontiers of knowledge. And we will do applied work that will really have social impact. So I'm very excited about the fact that Ashoka can contribute towards the country. And then the multiplier effect of many people copying the Ashoka model will really spread this, and hopefully 1,000 flowers will bloom.
I really think the best is yet to come. We always wanted to build a top university in the world.
It struck me that great universities last 1,000 years.
Yeah.
And therefore it's beyond one person's lifetime, it's beyond 20 people's lifetimes.
I think we'll get there by India at 100, 2047.